What the? Alexa, stop the alarm.
What est ce matin, my love?
Did you hear anything? I thought I heard the TV go off again.
No, I heard nothing, I was.
Good morning!
Oh shit!
It's the Top Dogs Podcast 100 épisode spécial.
My name is Andres Chinyo, better known as Sarah Cream, the Creamy Fantasy. I was on episode 7? First 18 plus, the only 18 plus so far as I know. 18 plus because I don't know how to shut my mouth. Good morning.
I'm here with Arden Wolfsky and Boxcar. So you all remember we had them as guests on a podcast on a previous episode, and they're here with us to help us celebrate episode 100. Yay!
Ooh. Hi, my name is Bardik. I am a content creator, Twitch streamer, YouTuber, TikToker, just all about the internet, and I was on the Stereotype episode.
Hey, I'm Bones Collie. I'm a content creator on TikTok, even though I don't really consider myself a content creator.
Hi everyone, I'm Stu Markedan.
And I'm Bum Bum. Bernois.
Hi, I'm Tanka Husky. I'm on TikTok. I produce content for Furrality. You might have seen me in the community showcase. I make incredibly overproduced music videos.
Hi, my name is Fable Siegel. I'm a professional cat herder. I live on Isla Nublar, so if the sounds of bird squawking comes through the microphone, that's the fault of the dinosaurs outside.
I'm Kit Clausen. I joined Top Dog's team in March of 2023, and I am now the Community Outreach Department Director.
Hello everyone, I'm Craig. I am an avatar creator and I have my own avatar brand called Cyberware. I am the creator of avatars like Zeus or Aesop or Marcus the feline. I was also avatar team lead during the development of Reality Umbra.
Hi, my name is Kyle the Tiger. I'm just, as most people know, the beefiest tiger around, probably one of the strongest furries out there. Love to lift, love to work out.
Hello, I'm Larry Glazoli. I'm a content creator from Germany, and I was on the Stereotypes episode on the Top Dogs podcast before.
Welcome on back. We have the illustrious Okami Kimono back in the studio with us once again.
Hello.
As you guys know, we had him in for a previous episode, which I do believe was actually episode 59.
I'm Riker. I am the community manager lead for Top Dogs podcast.
Hello everybody out there. My name is Sakura Hanatsuki. For the Top Dogs, I am videography department lead. I am a partner, and I am the overall podcast mom.
Hi, my name is Vince Wolf.
Hi, I'm Dameron the Arctic Wolf.
And I'm Doon the Fox. Hello.
Most of you know me as Draft Stallion or as the new character, Arun.
And I'm exhausted because we're doing this immediately after we got out of work. But your name is? My name is not Is. My name is Wolf.
During that episode, I was talking all about drag, the drag community, how I started my drag show at FWA. It started from a little panel storage closet, basically, to a bigger panel room, to this year, now doing it in the Marquee Ballroom, in the Marriott Marquis. Next year, I might get Atrium, but who knows? Ooh.
It was great seeing you at Furrality, and I love your submission for the Furrality showcase. How excited were you for people to watch it?
Oh my god, I was really excited. I had to sit on that for weeks, actually months, and I'm not good at waiting for stuff like that.
Do you have anything more planned for the future of your content? If so, could you give us a teaser for it?
Very. I have a hard time sitting on footage, and I had to wait months for people to see that, and it drove me bonkers. It's going to be me being chaotic mess for months, beating my head against the desk, going, I have no ideas, and then suddenly hyper-focusing. I don't have anything at the moment, but we'll see where my TikToks go.
Content creation for me has been really exciting, and I do have a couple things planned for the future that I'm currently in the process of working through. There's more YouTube stuff, more TikTok stuff, more Twitch stuff coming. The situation for me is that I'm currently shifting from a 40-hour-a-week full-time job to doing content creation full-time. Like I said, more Twitch, more YouTube, more TikTok stuff, and really diving into that and spending as much time as I would on a full-time job, like a 9-to-5.
When it comes to me working out, I actually asked one of my good friends back in California. He is a strongman / powerlifter, but he's also a personal trainer as well. I have asked him to make me a new workout plan to work on not only aesthetics but strength as well. So I've been doing that. It's not the usual like push-pull leg split. It's now like a chest day, and there's a leg day, then there's a pull day. Usually that's when I do my deadlifts, and then there's a shoulder day. So I've been doing that recently. It's like a 12-week program. It's a progressive overload, and it's been helping a lot. I've hit the 12 weeks like a couple weeks ago, so now I'm just currently doing like a variant of that workout.
How have you been lately since the interview?
I've been doing great. I've been getting a lot more commissions done. Some personal projects have actually been completed, and things have been going pretty smoothly. Every other Friday, I have a D&D group with a couple of friends, and the person that's in charge, or the dungeon master, wants to turn the game into kind of a video game or book. So it's a D&D story that will go into book form or video game form. And she has hired me to do like the assets, character designs, and help with the lore. So there is that project. I'm also in contract with a company called Furrycule, which is basically a comic series about this group of polycule group that is living together, and I draw certain comics here and there. You can actually see them on Patreon at Furrycule on Patreon. I'm also doing sketches for my own personal comic book, which I can't really show right now because it's still like in rough draft form. I've never been bored. I haven't been bored in a very long time.
I've been noticing a lot of people starting to make comics now. Do you think that, like, going into the future, these comics that you've been making, you might consider publishing them?
Well, I already have 2 comics that are published right now. They were published on Rabbit Valley, which is right now, I think, Ernest Publishing. And it's Concealment and Lucid Dreams Part 1. So I already got books already published. The comic book that I'm working on right now for myself, I do probably plan to get published, or I might just put it on the internet for free, since it's going to be like a small little furry comic. I love my community and I love my friends and family. They're just amazing. They help me become like who I am as an artist in the fandom. I couldn't have done it without my community.
Have I been taking any commissions as of late? No, I have not. I would love to take commissions soon. I have plans for it, but I try to be responsible because I don't want to be one of those people who make promises without fulfilling them. So the first thing I want to do is finish all the projects I have so far. Like Zeus mainly, because that guy deserves some love. And yeah, I'm planning to take some commissions in the future. It's just that I want to be responsible about it. I've also been working on some some collaborations, but I guess people will find out about that on its due time.
You have been working hard with the Lackadaisy production. How would you say that working on it has changed your life?
I'm definitely pretty focused nowadays. I always have something to do. There's always something to do. I'm not really looking for work at this point, which is nice, especially nowadays with the situation going on with the animation industry. I, meanwhile, am extremely occupied, perhaps too occupied, just trying to keep up with production and make sure things are going along as merrily as possible, despite all the stresses that are going on. But hey, at least COVID is not at its like purest heights like it was last time, so I feel like I can handle pretty much anything if there's not a pandemic like breathing down my neck at the same time. It's nice to be vaccinated, what can I say?
How's content creation been for me? Been loving it. I love that it's my job. It is a passion of mine. The future, who knows? You know, I'm in the middle of working on an album, trying to piece together a book, you know, still traveling, and I want to go where my heart takes me on making stuff. I have been honored by everything that I've done as a content creator. The community that we've built together and everything that I've gotten the wonderful chance to do has been amazing. And I'm so humbled and honored by it. I remember being very nervous doing that episode because, you know, being Welsh, there are some stereotypes about Welsh people that are so far from true and so ridiculous. For me, it's nothing brand new.
Boom Boom was actually on one of the episodes of the Top Dogs podcast for the Valentine's Day episode.
It was my first time. I was kind of stressed and shy.
You didn't talk much, but when you did, it was amazing. It was so funny.
We went to the first convention here, first time at FWA. Yeah. It was amazing because I met all the top dogs. I was a little bit overwhelmed because I knew anybody at all. And we went to the fourth court and I was like remembering some. I was like seeing kids there. And I was like, oh, kid, do you want to eat with me? Because I'm alone. So, okay.
You guys ended up bonding a lot because you both like love the food industry. You have similar like habits concerning eating. Like you both despise big utensils.
Yeah.
You love meals in a bowl and eating with chopsticks.
Yeah, I actually bring some chopsticks just for him last time we ate.
Yeah,
I knew he didn't have some.
Since FWA 2023, a lot of stuff has happened in a relationship. We had quite many failures. I think we lost our dog, our first dog, Thunder.
The baby journey ended up too.
So our child project failed after 2 embryo transfers, and we have one more, but our surrogate mother left, and sadly, you need more than one to be able to find another surrogate. So that was a major setback, but we are not giving up. Hopefully third time's a charm. Yep. And luckily it has been made legal in Quebec to have a surrogate mother and go through the same process, so we don't have to go in a different province.
And
it's covered.
The government paid for a bit of it.
Yes, so that is going to help us out. So we're excited for 2024, 2025. We'll see how it goes.
Your business booming.
Yes.
Stream Toys.
Shameless plug.
I changed job too to defend LGBTQ rights in Quebec.
Yeah, so you became a director for Le Jag.
Executive
director. So he's one of the big freedom fighters for the LGBTQ community, trans right and all that stuff. So he's a good ally to have. Really proud of you, by the way. Good job.
Kill for it.
One of the things I like about streaming the most is being able to meet all kinds of people from around the world, and it's just a fantastic time to meet people, entertain, make really solid connections, and do a bunch of collaboration with new people. I guess making friends and building a community is probably one of the better things I've gotten out of streaming. One of the most difficult things is finding the time to do everything in content creation, like making videos, having a consistent stream schedule, trying to do collabs. I find that there's not enough time to do all the stuff I want to do. My secret is that I'm a workaholic, so I tend to put a lot of stuff on myself and I work. But I mean, really being organized is really good. I have a schedule that I follow pretty close to, and I collaborate with other people who might do mixing and mastering for music, who might do illustration for art. I've got a lot of really good coworkers when I teach in my full-time job, and when I stream, it's kind of a little bit all me. So I'd say keeping organized is probably really good.
What have the two of you been up to since we last saw you?
Traveling a lot. Been doing a lot of traveling. Launched the merch line and have expanded to a new cocktail series, throwing back to the classics. Going through vintage cocktails back to the founding recipes from way back when.
So you mentioned the merch. This looks like
merch.
You.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we have a whole merch line of shirts, stickers, and hoodies for the Cheers of Woo group.
I haven't been up to much, to be honest. Yeah, he does a little more than me.
You've been baking recently.
I have been baking.
I followed you. You've been baking.
Oh.
You're doing he's been baking and not burning.
Oh.
Yeah.
I am improving.
Baking is difficult. I also cook for a living. Baking is difficult.
I feel good. I learned from the best.
Furality Showcase last video was very well received. Do you have any plans for another submission?
I do have a plan for another submission. I didn't submit to the current Furality Showcase because I didn't like any of my ideas, but I'm very inspired by what I've seen so far. That's going to be in there. Showcase is going to be great. So I'm going to submit something for the next one, yes.
Have you ever worked with any new people lately?
Yes, many. Like my favorite right now is goes by Hyro. Just created a Twitter account. Really good editor. Really good. Makes really good videos. Really excited to work with him.
He makes really good stuff. I gotta give it to you. He's really good.
He's really good. He's really talented.
You guys were kind enough to bring us on in our first year and include us in your project. Since then, Doon, you've joined our team as well, so you are a very busy fox. Tell us about what the differences are between the two teams.
The common ground is that we're all furries on the internet trying to do internet stuff and be funny and make some giggles, right? Like that's definitely the overlap part of the Venn diagram. After that, it's two different visions, it's two different dreams, and by and large, two different executions. On the Top Dog side of the hoose, there's a lot of digital cyberspace fun times, which means a ton of OBS, it means a ton of internet latency issues that I didn't anticipate in the editing process. So that was kind of a fun challenge for me, especially starting. I really had to figure out like how to build that process, you know? And then on the pause play side, it's a lot of in-person. And with in-person, you usually have to account for things like actual lighting, background noise, ambient noise, you know.
Well, for me, it's a lot easier just to hop on VR, put on a headset, put my trackers on, pick whatever the hell character I feel like being at the time, pick an audio, hit record, do several takes, pick the best one I like.
Several takes. Driving your
Not
boyfriend
always.
up the wall.
Not always. Sometimes I get it in one take, then I just pick the best one out of all those, or sometimes I have to scrap it and restart all over, but it's a lot
Couple
easier
of housewives
for me.
over here.
I don't get as hot as I do in Fursuit.
Can you guys tell us some of the things that we've got to look forward to from pause play?
Season 3 and Season 4.
I don't think we've actually projected that far in the future, but we are at the current moment knee deep in production for season 2. We actually started launching episodes mid-September. We have some VRC videos, like we did an episode of Audience Anarchy, which we're super looking forward to. Today's episode that we released was uh-oh, our DMs got leaked a little bit. Oh no, our DMs, they got leaked. It was awful.
Maybe for you.
Well, yeah. We have a lot of improv stuff coming too. We're trying to do more like acting and stuff.
No mercy.
Uno no mercy. Yeah, we played Uno no mercy.
We actually mixed in a few more
of fun employed
VR content into there as well.
So we won't give everything away, but we're doing improv, games, VRC, fursuits. We're doing it all. So lots of things coming.
I have seen the community thriving, growing, being amazing, fantastic. I've seen all the different stuff, like Arden with his drinks and everything. I remember that panel from last year. So yeah, I'm really proud of where this has become, and we all know that my best friend is one of the hosts for it. Hi, Whit.
I am responsible for many of things, keeping the community, together, operational with Kit Clausen. I joined a year ago. Being a part of this team, it's fun, and being able to actually see this community come together is just amazing. Especially being able to help the community come together as well.
I have just announced very recently that I'm writing for a team working on a visual novel that's going to be an anthology, we're really, really excited about that. So since I'm a writer at heart, I'm going to be doing a bunch of that. We've got artists and then musicians that are well known within the fandom that'll be working on that project with me. Since then, Walking Dog Music still is going pretty strong. We've hit the most amount of monthly listeners, the most amount of streams and views and downloads. So we've got a couple more video game albums coming out, like Kingdom Hearts, Pokemon. And then we also have some jazz music that'll be coming out a little bit later. And we are going to release another collab with a musician, his furry artist named Anthemix. If you're familiar with him, he's done tons and tons of stuff within the community.
Just keep on being creative, keep on drawing, just create things that you love and do it with a passion. Don't force yourself to create something that you don't want to, or practice makes perfect. Like if you're a starting artist, practice makes perfect. That's really about it. No one can actually be like a big artist in day one. It takes a lot of time, a lot of patience, and a lot of help from your community, friends, and family. So
now that Furality is over, do you plan on attending any virtual or physical convention? And if so, which one?
There's one in September, Physical Con up in Ontario, California. I absolutely forgotten the name. It's brand new. It's a brand new convention. And I'll probably go to Further Confusion early next year.
Now that I have more time on my hands, I would love to go back to being my own thing, being the artist I've always been. I want to go back and working on my avatars. I want to go back to working on spicy stuff. Maybe some 3D sculpts, maybe some printable files. So yeah, that's my goal. This year, my goal is to go back to being an artist, getting back in touch with an audience, and making more things.
I really like Top Dogs because it's really given me a place to fit in. I've got a connection now to the entire furry community. I've met tons of wonderful people, and I work directly with all of you listeners now. I look forward every week to when we film. It's always just exciting to see what conversations are going to come up. I organize our community game nights, and if any of you have joined those, you already know it's always a blast. We have so much fun hanging out, meeting everyone in vrchat.
COVID taught us a lot about just being flexible with your team and making sure that you always have allowances in your budget, time and otherwise wise, to account for when things just happen with people. And during COVID times, we had to adapt to all that quite frequently, and we had an even thinner budget back then, and now we got we've gotten better at organizing, we've gotten better at I've gotten better at managing the budget and the time, and how to distribute the work between everybody. So I'm just a lot more confident going into this, despite the fact that it's easily 3, 4, 5 times more work. That confidence really counts for a lot, especially since we started off kicking off production with a bunch of little shorts and vignettes and things, and just recently released our first mini episode, which basically kicks off season 1. One of the challenges that we had going in was, okay, how do we take volume 1 and expand upon it, but also improve it? And that exposition was one of the big challenges, huge challenges that made episode 1 probably the hardest episode to write of the entire season. You can't just do a big info dump at the beginning, at least not without causing people maybe to check out really quick. And we wanted to do something that was like a little bit more thematically appropriate too. While I don't want to spoil how we do it, I will say that we have a bit of I don't know if you want to call it a musical number at the beginning, but I think that it was a pretty good way of succinctly summarizing what we wanted to get across without it just like handing you all the information straight out the gate, so that it would feel a little bit more natural. You could sit there and like interpret maybe what went on before the events of the story happened. It's a little bit more than your usual, just like, I don't know, Hollywood got their hands on this and then the creator was just given a paycheck and asked to walk away. In this case, it very much has Tracy's fingerprints all over it, and I've had a really good time of, stamping my own handprint all over everybody's faces.
Certain type of content and targets that I'd like to hit are obviously like, monetization targets for YouTube, for instance, which takes me a while to get there. Monetization targets for TikTok, so I can, hopefully turn that into something that can pay my bills in the future. And content-wise, it depends on the platform. So on YouTube, it's going to be more chill, more relaxing, wholesome content. On TikTok, it's more going to be the goofy side of things, and also music stuff that I work on. And on Twitch, it's just going to be video games, whichever I'm feeling like that day.
Right now, I'm actually dabbling in trying to enhance my skills with cinematics. I really want to work towards staging my videos a bit better, and I do have a project where I want to actually do a slice of life series, and kind of have that posted on YouTube and kind of do an episodic setup, but that's going to take some time to put together.
Would I take this career again? I would. There's stuff that I might tweak, different choices that I would have made at the start, but I think that they're part of learning curves that you can only learn by going through it. So no, I think I'm exactly where I want to be right now, I think.
What I do in each of those is videography lead. I lead the department of videographers, which I have my staff members Mumu, Toffee Buttercow, and Phoenix Wusky. They're absolutely phenomenal. They're the ones who put in the hard work, as well as myself, for every episode that you see on Top Dogs during both our Spotify and YouTube releases. As partner, we do a lot of back-end work. We make sure that the company moves forward. We, institute a lot of changes. We make sure that, all the departments are running smoothly, and, we keep the company moving forward. And as podcast mom, I keep these boys under control. Just pure and simple. I keep these boys under control. It's been an absolute honor to work with, these people. It's been a lot of fun getting to know them. I feel like I've been accepted into something that I would have probably never considered getting into otherwise.
How many people or fursuiters did you bench press at FWA 2024?
Oh my god, I think it was 27 people total. You could have been 28, bro. You should have asked, man. I'll bench press you next time.
Relationship-wise, honestly, the love has not faded. Communication is still very strong. We still learn from each other. We challenge each other a lot. We grow together, and I think it's the greatest thing. Sometimes you will have moments in your life where you'll be worried and you start overthinking and you think about situations that might happen. But what I always say is that, if that problem's arrive, I know we will figure out a solution. We will talk about it, and it will be fine. Don't worry about it.
That's what we discovered with all the challenge that we had on the last week, last year.
Yeah, and never give up. Honestly, keep on going, and honestly, any challenge that you overcome just makes you stronger. So keep that in mind.
And now we are an FWA for the second time, and meeting the family for the second time,
which has grown quite a bit.
Exactly.
Honestly,
I met new people like Cracker.
But yeah, it's great to see the whole team, how it has grown. It's fantastic. It feels like a family to me, and I love every single one of you. I think that's pretty much it.
A kiss.
Yeah, up there. I love you. Je t'aime. Mon amour. Yes.
This is all for the furry community and for those that are looking for a place to belong, whether it's through entertainment that we provide or discussions that you guys provide through your blogs and podcasts.
I know Stream and I definitely share a lot of the same fanboys.
Yeah, you do.
Can't imagine why.
I'm just hoping that we can do more of these in the future.
Tagging along with him, it'd kind of be interesting to do a crossover episode on here, since they mostly do their content on here.
What? A
That could actually be
crossover?
fun. We do a pause play episode on Top Dogs, and then Top Dogs does an episode on pause play.
Oh, I like
Yeah,
that.
we can call it Pause Dogs and Top Play. Is that worse? I always feel like I'm in a very, 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 very lucky spot in my life right now to be part of two amazing visions on the internet. I think Pause Play is a super fun, kind of experimental adventure and take on, you know, entertainment on YouTube. And Top Dogs is very cozy, very driven, very adventurous, and the types of content that's going to be coming eventually. But the whole podcast format is just so much fun. So I'm very grateful for both of my families. Thank you to everybody involved. And yeah, one day at a time, right? Let's see what the future brings.
Since we started Pause Play, what's been one of your most favorite things about being a part of Pause Play?
I like being the idea man. I come up with ideas, I throw them at Doon and say, hey, we should do this. Hey, here's another idea. Basically trying to contact different companies to try and set things up as well. So far, the only successful one being St. Julian, but I'm contacting multiple companies to be like, hey, we want to do a review of your product. How would you guys feel? And trying to make scheduling work for everyone.
I guess for me, it'd be, since I can be more of an introvert and I'm more comfortable doing this versus in person, it lets me do stuff that I normally wouldn't do and lets me step out of my comfort zone to do something different, aside from just doing me at home by myself.
He's the introvert, but on here he becomes an extrovert. I'm the extrovert in person, but on here I become introverted.
They're so cute, aren't they? They're just so cute together.
Bitch, I'm adorable.
Just keep doing your thing, keep thriving, keep growing, and just live your absolute true selves. Follow the Discord, subscribe to the YouTube channel, yada yada yada, that whole entire thing.
Amazing.
Love you.
Happy 100th episode, Top Dogs. Outstanding work. I am so proud of you guys. Looking forward to another 100 episodes and wish you all the best of luck. Cheers. A woo.
Howdy, Top Dogs. Congratulations on your 100th anniversary. I'm so happy for all y'all to make it this far. May you live another year. Congratulations to y'all. Well done.
Congratulations, Top Dogs Podcast, on your 100th episode.
Hey, congratulations to Top Dogs for your 100th episode. You guys rock.
Félicitations to Top Dogs for the 100th episode. Yes, you got it, guys.
And thanks to all of our followers and listeners. You guys are amazing. You made this show happen, and we love you all. And thank you for supporting us and encouraging us on this wonderful journey. It's just amazing. Thank you so much.
I would like to congratulate Top Dogs Podcast on their 100th episode.
It's your 100th episode? What episode would you recommend that I check out, you know, out of the hundreds that you've done?
Some of my personal favorite ones are the personal wellness ones, whether it be about talking about depression or anxiety. We did one most recently that I was on when we talked about dealing with narcissism and recovery from that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, I'll take a look at all of those. I love when people get introspective like that and they're willing to talk about, you know, what's going on inside their heads. It offers a lot to me as like a, you know, another human who likes to figure those things out, because those are complicated issues. But also, like, as a writer, it's always great to get other people's perspective, and when they are willing to share vulnerable aspects of themselves that they might not otherwise do in casual conversation, it's always just fantastic. It's fantastic for me. It's like, oh good, you know, this can either affirm thoughts that I had or cause me to totally rewrite like some idea I had in my head and be like, oh wow, that's insightful, and you know, I kind of would like to explore that. So helpful material, not just on a personal level but also on an artistic level.
Thanks for sticking with us as we hit 100 episodes. Genuinely, we would not be here without all of you. So thank you again.
And my most sincere congratulations to Top Dogs Podcast for the 100th episode. Looking forward to see what else you got in store.
Congratulations, Top Dog, for your 100th episode. It's been a pleasure being a part of this. I hope someday to be back on.
And I would like to congratulate the Top Dogs team on the 100th episode that I'm honored to be a part of. Thank you very much, and I hope the best in the future for you.
We truly appreciate you coming back, giving us a little bit of your time here, giving us an update for, where you were back when we had episode 59. And I mean, here we are 41 episodes later at, episode 100.
Yeah, congratulations on reaching episode 100. That's just amazing. Keep on growing. A very interesting podcast. I love it.
Thank you for our community members and our supporters for supporting our podcast and our community. Yeah, many thanks. Love you guys.
I want to thank everybody out there. We've hit 100 episodes. It's absolutely incredible. The support that you guys have shown, the continued, support that you guys show us right now. We cannot thank you guys enough. And here's to the next 100 episodes.
Congratulations to Top Dogs Podcast for their 100th episode.
Hey, Top Dogs. Congratulations on 100 episodes.
Woo! Congratulations, 100 episodes.
That's so awesome. It's an amazing milestone.
100 episodios.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll catch up to them soon
We
enough.
worked really hard to get this far. So we were happy to have met all of you on our journey.
Yeah. Happy to meet you all too. It's been lovely.
Hey, Kit, what are some of the projects that you guys have in the works?
At FWA this year, there was a booth called the Dungeon Delvers. It's a furry D&D campaign, so we're working on that. We're also working on some scripted VRchat content separate from the podcast.
Ooh, I like scripted stuff.
That'll be fun.
The person that we brought on, the introduction video to showcase what they're capable of was amazing. Doon, I know
Stellar.
you saw it.
Stellar. I was blown away.
He's set a really high bar for himself because it was really, really fantastic.
Yeah.
So once he gets his team ready and we start rolling out those projects, it's gonna be something to tune into for sure.
Yeah. 100%.
The one running the campaign, as far as I know, will be the infamous backstage otter Colton.
Oh, yes.
Ah, Colton. No kidding.
He works really hard. A lot of people don't see all the work he does. He works really hard.
Yeah.